Okay, here we are at the Croom Enduro this year, getting ready to take off, and that's it. So the Croom Enduro is one of the toughest races of the series, mostly due to these stupid whoops everywhere. Why'd you hit that tree? What did that tree do to you? Anyway, the Croom Enduro is about 60 to 70 miles long. It's about 5 hours to complete it. So, pretty much an all-day torture test. You can watch the bike in front of me bouncing around all over the place. Actually, if you look at my bike and my handlebars, you can see how whoopy it is. You can see how much I'm bouncing around. The guy in front of me is a good rider. Each section he would take off and I would follow in behind him. About 3/4 of the way through or so, I'd pass him. Sometimes I didn't pass him. But it was good to have him on my line to help me push a little bit, especially through all this whoop stuff. So you get tired. And we know when you get tired, you start slowing down. So it's good to have him there. So I know there's a lot of questions. There was a lot of questions on my last video asking me about my brakes. Where'd your brakes fail? Well, it's not because it's a KTM, so that seems to be some of your responses. KTM brakes suck, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they're not the best in the world when it comes to keeping them from overheating. If you ride the rear brake on a KTM, it's going to boil over. Well, if you remember the race before that, I was at Chipley, and the whole thing was covered with mud. That mud was like cement, man. And instead of putting a jackhammer into my bike, I coated it down in like oil and WD-40 and let it sit. Let it sit overnight and then spray. Let's check out this pass. That was pretty cool. We're both zip around the outside of them like that. Anyway, I couldn't get all the mud off, and so I soaked it with oil, and I guess I got some oil on the pad somehow. And anyway, I just cooked everything down there, man. That rotor was like black. So that's what happened to my brakes. But enough of that. Let's talk about this, which we're doing right now. So yeah, like I said, tucking in behind this guy here, riding along, and not pushing too hard. It's a long race. I'm just trying to keep a nice, steady, smooth speed up. Now here we are about halfway through the first section, and it looks like he's just letting me pass him. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe he's gotten tired of all the whoops. I don't know, but I went ahead and just kept on trucking. And I trucked right into this guy, so I have to get him out of my way. But he just pulled right over, so that was no biggie there. Love it when that happens. Whoop hell here. Now another guy to pass. I take him around the outside here. Oh, this is a spot where I almost hit a tree. Yeah, so I lose a little bit there. Looks like I'm going to hit that tree, but I don't. And I think there's a little log or something here. Yeah, a little log. A little log to hop over. Rough, huh? This is kind of weird. Weeds. It's like a tight section, but nothing but weeds in it. I don't know. I probably could have gone a lot faster through this, because it's not like the weeds are going to do much. Although, if one of those things like vines get you by the neck, it can really mess your day up. So, I'd rather just make it to the end. Now, this is really getting gooey here. This is tight and just stringy. Yeah, just kind of picking your way through stuff. I'm picking up a little bit of speed here. It's starting to get a little bit more comfortable in the super tight stuff. And it's not whooped for once. I can actually sit down, which is a wonderful feeling. Back into the tight stuff again. They did aero this course really well. I mean, you'd have to. I mean, look at that. You'll get lost really easy. If you go by one arrow, you're a goner. I think it starts to clear up here a little bit soon. Nope, guess not. Yeah, it does. Yeah, so a little bit cleaner, a little bit more open. I can go a little faster. Man, that just... Sometimes when I watch these videos back, I wonder how I don't hit trees. I do hit trees, but I mean, like, how I don't hit them deadly, you know? Yeah, well, look at that. There you go. Speak of. Yeah, back to whoops. Look at that. Lots of sections like this, just long, drawn out, whoopy, whoopy, whoopy. And it would go for miles. I mean, 65-mile long race, 70 mile, whatever it is. I keep saying different numbers each time, but whatever it is, there's a lot of opportunities for some whoops in there. So here we go. Got the check. And getting ready to take off again. And just like last time, just like I said, the young guy gets out there in front of me. And I'm just riding in behind him. And more whoops, imagine that. Now we got traffic in the way. I took an interesting line there. I'm not sure if it was better or not, but I got right on his butt there for a second. So yeah, just keeping pace with him. A little roost in my face, passing another guy there. We're just booking right along. Feel like a deer running through the forest. It's kind of neat, huh? Actually, I didn't feel like that at all. I feel like a dirt biker in an enduro. What the heck was that all, man? We took some weird line there, I think, and I got thrown off a little bit. So this is some pretty cool footage right here, just being pummeled by the whoops. You can really get a sense of my fatigue, I think, just how difficult this was. And watch that bike in front of me bouncing around everywhere. And the sun shining through the... Yeah, it's just beautiful, isn't it? Not really. Watch this guy. Look at that. Wow. That almost took me out, man. That guy was not paying attention. He just went, oh, let's go back onto the trail now. And man, that could have ended my whole day right there. Man. Oh, and speaking of ending your day, this guy up here looks like he's hurt. I couldn't tell he was laying down, but he had plenty of help. There's all kinds of guys around him. So I didn't bother to take a break and stop. Nothing I can do anyway. He's got plenty of help there. Now here's some good look at those. That's really throwing the bike around. You can tell. Catching a little bit of air as we're going through some stuff. They have over a down tree there. Mostly just, you can't even tell when I hit the down log there because the whoops are so bad. The whoops are actually worse than the logs are. Yeah, see, I'm taking a smoother line. Look at that, and I just zip on by him right there. Those smooth lines, that's all you need is a good smooth line and you can actually go fast. But it's really hard to push it on this stuff. Finally a section where I can set my butt on the seat. Looks like that's what that guy is doing. There is some terrain changes in this enduro. And I got in behind this guy to slow me down just in time for my check. And here we are at another check. And doesn't that look familiar? Same story each time. Now I have to apologize, I missed 2 or 3, 4 starts, I don't remember, without the camera being on, and then I forgot to change the battery, and I just forgot the camera was there. It was kind of weird. So I don't have all of the race, and I missed some really awesome footage, but this stuff isn't so bad, so you'll just have to deal with it. Yeah, you can see here we're starting to get into some hilly stuff. Going through a little creek bed or something there. I'm not quite sure what that was. Yeah, kind of off cambers, all kinds of weird stuff here. It's a good challenging course, absolutely. And if it's not whoopy, it's this, and then it'll go back to whoops again. A little ravine there, that's kind of cool. Up a hill, that wasn't much of a hill. A little rough section there. I'm doing pretty good in that stuff. Now, the camera's going to go dead soon, so I'm just going to give you the warning. And it was right getting into the cool of the coolest cool stuff, but, you know, it just is what it is. I cannot make the footage show up. Boom. There it is. That's it. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching my video. I did end up with a first place finish in my class. I had a lot of fun, so see you next time.